Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It's been a little while. If you're following this series on YouTube, there's been a gap. We've been releasing videos 5 days a week, and all of a sudden there was a gap. Well, let me explain. We found a completely different and better way to do hotkeys. TheCourse has a new version. I am currently learning that new version, and I have been spending this gap time, in which there have been no videos released, catching back up basically to the point that we were. So going through the same drills that you've seen and going through a couple of ladder games. I just wanted to check in to see if I was around gold still, or rather I made it back up to gold mechanically. I think I'm there. Played a couple of games. It seems to be about the place. So this might be a bumpy start, but we'll level out and then get going pretty quickly, so we can just go ahead and queue up. No, that's it. We're just gonna sit here and queue up. All right. So, let's talk. Let's talk. Is this your first video? Are you starting in the middle? I switch my left and right hands surgically. No, I switch my left and right hands, as in my left hand used to be on the mouse, but now it's not. Now my right hand's on the mouse. And to normal people, no big deal. But to me, it's like starting from scratch. All right, so I missed the split. Not a huge deal. I'm gonna try to get going regardless. You may notice the build order has changed slightly. It's the first one. And then we got some Overlord placement tips from our buddy Neuro. All right, set the cameras now after you build the Overlord. All right. So everything's a little bit off at the moment, but overall we're doing okay. There's an extra drone. An extra drone just causing havoc everywhere. We're gonna get back. Look for the triples. We're not adding this into the control group anymore. It's enough subgroups with the layer hive situation. Okay. Yeah. So the first Overlord goes out, and the rest of the Overlords stay back. This is the way. The new way. And the Overlords 2, 3, 4, and 5 are to give protective vision to our base, look for proxy locations, things like that. We have reached the same part of the build order. It's a little bit of a wait here, and same thing. As soon as that hatchery finishes, 2 queens, 6 lings, and pull a worker to go to the third base. Get Zergling speed. Some of the gas timings are a bit off. There's been a patch. I don't know if it happened in between the videos, recorded or not, but there has been a patch. And the Overlord speed is 100 gas, so I've been messing with the timings of things. We are facing an actual opponent here. Gotta remember that. Overlord speed. And another queen. At 100 gas. Do we have? Oh, okay. So there's enough creep to wall this off. So we are going to wall it off. I think with an Evo chamber, and we will make a roach warren around about this time as well. Maybe up here, a little bit safer location, I think. And then build some more drones. Oh, 3:30 is a bit early. Okay. All right. All right. We gotta remember too that now that we're doing this new overlord pathing, that overlord is our overlord, so that should help with the creep spread between these two bases. We get over here. Yeah, that's a solid connection. We're just gonna go ahead and spread out from here. Oh, big supply block. Oh, forgot to get a layer. And put back in gas. And we also need way more gas than we have right now. So grab that a little bit. Alright, we need to send... There's some roaches, a couple of things being built. Do we have speed yet? I think we do. Yeah, we do. Alright, so we're gonna need some defenses right now. They're building a bunch of units. Hopefully they were just running to the natural there. Oh, shit. Whoops. Alright, so they have units, but they're being really defensive with them, which is great for us. Big part of the reason why we're about to do very well is because we've been droning this whole time. And they've been making units. So, just to review, when our opponent attacks, we defend. When they defend, we expand. When they expand, we attack. Let's go ahead and send out some... Oh, God. Oh God, take me over here. I thought I built a lair. The likelihood is quite high.
Mineral field depleted.
I just pressed the wrong hotkey. did not get speed, which is a problem. Whoops. Speed. And we should get an overlord to turn it into an overseer and put it with our army. We don't need this many. A little bit extra is not bad. This is a lot of extra. This is how to attack. Let's go. They've got 2 too. We've got stuff. Stuff wins. Ooh, a little scary there. A little scary there. Underestimated our opponent a bit. Stand up. It's good to do. You might not have a lot of time. Oh, God. Is that coming through on the microphone? Jesus. You might not have a lot of time to stand up in between matches because the queue. The queue is so fucking short. It's incredible. Or is it? But stand up. It's good to do. It's good to do. All right, we're back. Again. We march our way up the ladder. Attack, defend, expand. Overlords, creep, inject. Units. That's all there is to the game of StarCraft. So Overlord's gonna be late. This time we'll be ready for the pull. Holding down the worker key. And pull. Did I do something wrong? Why did I have so much money there? Our opponent's race is relatively important. Look for triples. There is a triple. There it is. Wait for the timing. There we go. Re-rally. Overlord next. This one is for the third base. Now we wait. Did we say good luck, have fun? Here we go. Here we go. It should be 27. The correct number, if I'm doing everything perfectly, should be 27 drones. And I build this at 230 with exactly 300 minerals.
Our forces are under attack.
Need an overlord. Am I building an overlord or not? Okay, I'm building two.
Metamorphosis.
Sometimes overlords just take so long. We're gonna need more gas. That's not what I wanted. We are getting the layer this time. Do you have overlord speed yet? Did we get overlord speed? Nope, totally forgot to get overlord speed. Got a layer instead. Was it accidental? He shot at me accidentally. We're not gonna give him a hard time about it. Really got to work on this overlord stuff.
Metamorphosis complete. Our forces are under attack. Metamorphosis complete.
Hitting that wrong key over and over again. Inject.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay.
Evolution complete. Mutation complete.
Shit. Let's make a bunch of wraps. 'Cause those things are good to have.
Mineral field evolution complete.
Start transferring to the fourth. Let's go.
Our forces mutation complete.
Make sure you keep injecting. Get some upgrades. So I want to.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Move these. Recreate the army. This time with Hydras.
Metamorphosis complete.
Because our economy is out of control.
Mineral field
We're okay.
depleted.
Looks like they're not going to be teleporting, but just in case they do, I need to learn how to build spore crawlers. And we got him. Not too bad. Not too bad. Again. Ooh, we've been promoted pretty nice. Again, we waited till our opponent expanded, and then we attacked. So, not only did they expand, but they were also building 2 command centers. We didn't know that, but that was a big part of what made us strong. And here's the situation. Here's the situation. It's not rocks, paper, scissors. It's not. Because roaches don't even shoot up! And roaches were basically what won us that game. Now we do this game. We do over the top. Roaches won us the game. We went in there, did tons of damage. Tons of damage. And then we ran into a unit that we couldn't kill. And because we had an economy, we could just make a new army. No problem. No problem at all. Man, doing the split is much harder when you don't know where you're spawning ahead of time. Alright, rest of the cameras. Get ready for the pull. Whoops. Didn't have too much time to get ready for the pull there. A little bit on the late side. A little bit on the late side. And we wait. We wait. Be prepared. I'm not sure if that's the exact placement we want, but it looks pretty good. Check for triples. There is one out there. Did that make a wall? Ha, it did. I forgot corners. All right, so this is just gonna be something we deal with because you don't cancel the spawning pool after it's this close to being done. But I forgot that if you mineral patches make walls in a strange way. Who are we playing against? on their Zerg. If you're in a corner, it'll make a wall with the mineral patch. It's too early. Isn't it? No, it's not. Something's off. Feels like it's too early. Okay, they do have an expansion. Oh, right. And they're sending units. I have quite vulnerable bros. I think we can drone here.
Our forces are under attack.
Too slow. Damn it. No! I wanted to pull those lings there, but I wasn't in position when I should have been. Oh, yeah, so if we lose this game, it will be because of overlords.
Our forces are under attack.
Actually, what we want to do is this and this and this. Let's get some early warning business set up. Overlord speed. Layer. Oh, whoops. Forgot to place these in the attack path that the opponent will come after me with. Great.
Metamorphosis complete.
Yeah, we are going to go ahead and wait for... Oh, shit, right. So we missed our gas timing. Or maybe the gas is in a different place now because...
Evolution complete.
Banelings. Encirclings, okay. We require Vespian gas. We're just gonna make lings because it looks like we're gonna need them.
Mineral field depleted.
Oh shit, we're getting cheered.
Mutation
2 cheers.
complete.
Thank you for your cheers. We need so much. Okay, we're going to build a bunch of spines. They know about the 3rd yet?
Mineral field depleted.
They're banking Banes right outside the base right now. Oops. Yeah, we got this now. So this is something that's special about ZVZ that is important to know, which is every unit you make makes your economy weaker.
Mineral field depleted.
So our opponent has a weak economy. Whoops, it's not the button I wanted to press. That's not the button I wanted to press again. GG. Whew. Okay, so that's why you build a wall. So it's attack, defend, expand, overlords, drones, creep. Not as important in ZVZ, but still important to connect your bases. Building stuff, building units. And an extra one, walls. Walls are mega useful. Always do it. Always doing it. Build the walls. All right, so I feel like I'm actually hanging out in the Gold League right now with these mechanics. So I think we ended up in the right place, did the right amount of practice to get back. Still very sloppy, a lot of mistakes, but well enough at least to. Whoa! Another ZVZ against this bro. Will he rush again? We will see. Holding worker down. Let's get that to the right spot. Second overlord. There, I think. Right, now we have time to set our cameras. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 3. Whoops, that's actually 4. A little bit off on the pull there. But overall, I want to get the wall right this time. But yeah. Especially against Zergs, it's important to wall. Look for triples. In the distribution, we have none. Very good. $19 Overlord. I'm gonna go here. Whoops. And now we have that second waiting period. I think I should be able to see creep spread from there. Alright, so they had a later hatch than us. There, I think it's more important to gain vision of first. Oh, we totally forgot the pull and go into the third. There are worse things to forget. And the ZVZ. Keeping him at home this time. Let's go ahead and check this third and then come back to scout the attack path. Oh, Lings are on the way. And we defend. Inject and build an overlord. Inject and build an overlord. Remember this. Let's have these Lings just hanging out this base here.
Metamorphosis complete.
We're gonna need that Roach Warren. Oh, right, we're gonna need the wall.
Metamorphosis complete.
Scouting is good. Kill drones. Drones are the most important thing to kill.
Our forces are under attack.
Let's lead him on a bit of a wild goose chase.
Our forces are under
If you've never chased wild goose, you don't know what you're missing. Everybody talks about it. Balance out the workers a bit.
are under attack.
Nope. That didn't work. Okay. So we had a really strong attack that dealt a ridiculous amount of damage. Whoops. Not in the habit of building these things. I definitely ought to spend some time in the hotkey trainer. This is a good position. This is a good position for a spine because if they attack, There won't be a lot of surface area. Actually, this is a much better position. We may reposition, because you can do that with spines. Amazing. All right, so the queen going in this direction is a sign that they are expanding. While we're not 1,000% sure that that's what's happening,
Metamorphosis complete.
we're gonna make an educated guess here.
Mineral field
Make an attack on the third.
depleted.
1/1 roaches. 1/0 roaches. Actually, it doesn't matter.
Mineral field depleted.
They are on a timer. We are not.
Evolution.
Very important to know that.
Mineral field depleted.
Shit. Yeah, if you fat finger that, it's real bad.
Mineral field depleted.
Whoops, didn't get that one. Didn't get a fourth either. You can't kill the macro. The macro will live on. New Wave tried to kill the macro, but they failed. Same deal. Attack, defend, expand. Do your mechanics. And try to get supply blocks so much. All right, 135 APM. We're getting there. Stand up. In between your ladder matches, sitting down is shitty. Shitty for you. Avoid sitting down. We didn't do this one. We didn't do this one. Again. I thought it would. That didn't happen. All right, we're back. Whoever we got queued up against was just like, nah. Last second, they were like, oh, we're probably gonna queue into some guy who's doing a Bronze to Master series. Forget about it. Let's just give up. Give up now. But you don't have to. For those of you just tuning in, I am using the mouse and the keyboard with the opposite hands that I'm accustomed to, and I'm using a brand new hotkey layout. And so this isn't your normal Bronze to Masters. First of all, because I probably won't make it to Masters. This is the Core 6F. It is the Fth time that I've changed the Course 6. It's still technically in beta. We're facing a Zerg? No, we're not. Set up your cameras next. Don't know how the bases get taken. Prepare for the pull. We're gonna make 2 drones and pull a drone from the line to expand. Didn't quite get the location. There's something useful to do pretty much all the time in StarCraft. And there's always a better way that you can do whatever it is you're doing. Almost always. So try to do that. So something small is like, try to get that drone to be in exactly the right spot for the hatchery so it builds it right away. Is it a big difference? No. But you got nothing better to do. So you may as well be attempting to improve. Look for the triple. The triple is there. The triple is solved. You get better with that over time. Okay, now we're in another little waiting period. Don't stress out about the worker. He's just saying hi. He's not a threat. That's okay. We're gonna play in such a way that even if our opponent knows exactly what we have and what's going on, we'll still be able to be victorious. Same thing. 6 lings. We're just gonna go ahead and tag that. Scouting worker. Something left the base. Something left the base. Speed. Pull for the 3rd. Oh man. Friendly reminder that battle cruisers are a thing. Oh, what a guy. We gotta remember not to get too distracted by this, bro. I'm just gonna send these lings out across the map and see if there's an expansion. We did forget to build a 3rd base, which is a huge bummer. I don't think we got the Overlord at the right time here.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Planetary fortresses have a relatively
Metamorphosis complete.
oh man. So planetary fortresses can't attack you in your base. We didn't make it out. Probably shouldn't have been paying so much attention to those things. Should have been paying attention to building an Overlord.
Complete.
We need to get some gas now. We actually needed to get some gas earlier, but it didn't happen. We have way too many Overlords. But the point is, when your opponent defends, you expand, right? And so our opponent defended with a planetary fortress, which is a very expensive way to defend. And so now we have some resources. to invest into drones. Because building drones is the same thing as expanding for Zerg. And it's kind of the same thing for the other races too, but not exactly. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, big whoops. Oh, major error.
Our forces are under attack.
Another very important thing to do.
The hive cluster is under attack.
See what the Terran's doing right now? Never do this.
Under attack.
Never do this. All you have done
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are
No! Shit. This is very bad.
The hive cluster is under attack.
You guys deal with this bullshit. Stop, 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 stop.
The hive cluster is under attack.
That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do.
Evolution complete.
Another planetary fortress.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay. Okay. So, we got super greedy there. It is sometimes a difficult balance. Planetary fortresses don't have as much range as Ravager Corrosive Bile, so that'll be good for us.
Evolution complete.
Just as soon as we get enough. Ooh, there we go. Okay. You go. Dump larva. Okay. For the case of problematic teching, which we didn't see a lot of.
Evolution complete. Evolution complete.
Okay. So,
Mineral field depleted. The hive cluster is under attack.
shut.
Are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Okay, so they're just building planetary fortresses all over the place. Crazy.
Mineral field depleted. Evolution complete.
We're ready this time. Or are we? Thought we were.
Mineral field depleted.
They're going again.
Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Now they're making use of
Our forces are under attack.
multitasking to attack us on many fronts, which is quite annoying.
Complete.
Can they have more upgrades than us? Ah!
Are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Nope.
The hive mineral field depleted.
I think we're gonna lose. The multitasking is too strong.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, the misclicks are terrible.
The hive cluster is under attack.
So this is the first time I had to control 2 control groups. Oh man.
Hive cluster is under attack.
Whoops. Shit.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh man.
Forces are under attack.
So our opponent has defeated us. Although we haven't lost all of our buildings,
Mineral field.
because their economy is too powerful,
Mineral field.
they have defeated us.
Depleted. The hive cluster is under attack.
You can't win them all. And so, this is an excellent time to bring up the point that, imagine... Oh, it's 7:06. Oh, perfect. Okay, so it's about an hour. Usually make these about an hour long. So this is a perfect time to talk about the difference between this Bronze to Masters and other Bronze to Masters. We're just going to call it Bronze to Masters, even though I know I won't make it there. Shh, don't tell anyone. Is that I've done a mechanics reset. And so even though I know the right thing is to split the army, 2 control groups, and manage which is doing which, it's very difficult to execute. I haven't been using 2 control groups to control my army. I've just been getting used to the first one. So keep in mind when you're playing that a lot of times you might be making all the right moves but too slow, or you might have the right idea but you're not executing it right. And remember that those are 2 separate things, right? The strategic idea and the mechanical execution. That's what StarCraft is, right? It's the fusion of those 2 things. And so you do the best that you can, and you leave the game. I guess we leave it that. When do you leave the game? One of the frustrating things about StarCraft is that it generally doesn't end when the game ends. It ends when someone breaks the other person's will to fight. Right? It's a bit dramatic, but that's actually what's going on, right? It's the person who's losing eventually types GG when they think it's over, when they don't have a chance, right? And that can be a tough mentality to get into. It can be one of the more difficult psychological aspects about playing StarCraft, but I'm going to offer up a framing here that might help you out. Instead of leaving the game when you think you can't win, don't even have the idea of winning or not winning in your mind. Be in the present moment of the game and focus on what's the best move right now? What can I do right now? How do I get an edge? How do I get an advantage? And if you find yourself in a position where you don't feel like you're getting good practice anymore, leave. So don't make it about the win condition. Don't even think about the outcome of the game, because thinking about the outcome of the game can actually trip you up, right? Imagine, this happens to sports people all the time, esports people I'm sure as well, right? People will choke when the pressure is really high and it's that finals match. A lot of times that can come down to the person who's playing will be thinking about, oh man, if I win this, such and such a thing will happen, thinking about the outcome. And instead of, because they spent some of their mental resources thinking about what if I win or what if I lose, right? Either one aren't really useful to you in game. And so that mental bandwidth gets pulled to the side, and whatever is left over is what's fighting your opponent instead of the totality of what you have. And so that is all for today. Thank you for tuning in, and we will continue our way up the ladder. We're up to Gold 2. We'll make it all the way to Diamond, I'm sure, maybe to Masters, who knows. See you later.